welcome to Stony Ridge. We got Miss Stony Ridge out here. She's dressed in her Antarctic gear.
It's chilly out.
You've got, so Miss Stony Ridge, I picked her up a Milwaukee M12 heated jacket. What do you think about that thing?
It's wonderful. It makes me very happy.
I did post a link to that down in the video description in case you want a cool gift idea for your significant other, be it husband or wife that works out in the cold. Miss Stony Ridge runs on a little bit different temperature scale than I do. Climb in, let's tell them about you guys. I know, leave me a comment here, okay? We're live on both YouTube channels, Cows and Coffee live stream channel and Stony Ridge Farmer YouTube, and we're live over on Facebook. So if you guys see me talking about comments, responding to comments, it might be from either one. So Miss Stony Ridge.
Yes, honey.
I want, this is going to be a good chuckle for you guys.
Okay.
How many, not for you though. It will be a good chuckle for you. How many of you guys, okay, if you're men or if you're women, you can all chime in on this. How many of you live with someone wonderful? Me too. How many of you live with someone wonderful that has to have the temperature somewhere within a 2-degree level without freezing to death? Raise your hands. There has to be like between 68 and 74. I'd say that's 4 degrees. Between 72 and 74 degrees all the time.
I know, we had this conversation last night.
We did have this conversation.
I never complain, and you dress in layers. And are getting heated jackets, and it's good.
Stick around. We're going to ride up to the mega shop, and we'll show you. Actually, we'll start off at the shop. We're going to ride up there, and I'll show you the heater that we just put in the shop. Miss Stony Ridge helped me out in putting the heater together last night. It was 55 degrees in the shop, and you would have thought she was on like an Antarctic Air Force base in the middle of Antarctica, wrapped up as cold
A little bit of an exaggeration.
as she could be. I was like, hey, dude, you got to take your gloves off. These little nuts are this big. She's like, I can't get it. But at least I have a partner that will help me out doing these things. So
There's a positive.
somebody says cutting in and out. Refresh your browser just in case. And if any of you guys, you other folks are experiencing that, it's because for some reason, updated iPhone is getting worse service than it was before. So let me know if any of you guys are experiencing that. We will be moving and shaking. We're going to be going around. The cows are right over there. There. Yep. We're going to go see those guys, and we're going to go see a new shop heater that's in there cranking right now, and you'll see that on Tool Tuesday coming up. So for some reason, the Honda, I'm turning the key on and I'm getting a warning on it. It's a power steering warning. It got down to 13 degrees here last night, and evidently this thing needs to be stored inside, or the power steering light came on. It's a little electric motor, so cold weather and electric motors don't do so well. Fine on my end, says Plague of Badgers. Chris, thank you so much, brother. So let's go on up to the shop, to the mega shop. If this thing will turn around, and then I got it. That's RNG. RNG's back, baby. RNG is back. Miss Stony Ridge is back. Yep. Her beard isn't coming in quite as good as mine is for No Shave November, so we just let her eyebrows wolf out, so she's not plucking her eyebrows. And no armpit shaving too, right? Yeah. So No Shave November under there and right here. All right, we're up here at the shop, the equipment yard. Hopefully you guys got to see the video of my getting scammed over by that new Honda Element that I just bought. I have a moderate obsession with those little things, and that's it. So the Honda Elements are a lifestyle, okay? And I think you understand this. When I bought it, I told Miss Stony Ridge, I need a lifestyle change. Isn't that what I said?
You did. Mm-hmm.
So I had one of these little Honda Elements, and it's a nerdiest vehicle. It looks like a toaster. It doesn't have to be so pretty. It's a little Honda Jeep is what it is. And it's all-wheel drive. I had one of these back in the day. Back in 2010, I bought a brand new one, and I used to mountain bike a whole lot. I used to do a lot of cycling. I used to get outside and get those endorphins pumping. And it's something that's important to keep Mr. Stony Ridge from being grumpy, isn't it?
It does help.
Yeah, so we go to the gym, or we use that Honda Element as a lifestyle vehicle, and it's you can stuff stuff in there, shoes, dirty socks, dirty, stinky, whatever, and the car doesn't end up stinking. I don't know how many of you guys work out of your car or your pickup truck, and it's totally filthy, but you can take a water hose and hose that thing out. Anyway, that's enough of that spiel. You're gonna see me fixing it, fixing the one that got hit by the flying trampoline. Hang tight. We're going to get to the story about what happened with the code enforcement officer here in just a minute. We're going to go in here and show you this heater system that we're using in the shop. And I'm filming a Tool Tuesday video on it right now. We'll have pretty poor service inside the shop, but I'll let Miss Stony Ridge walk us on in here. Cozy?
Feels good.
59 degrees now. And I just fired this thing up. It was 13 degrees last night. You can see I got my GoPro right here. This is courtesy or recommendation of my buddy Stanley the Dirt Monkey. This is called a Sunfire heater. Let me turn the camera around real quick, and we're gonna walk around it. I'm gonna reach out to these guys and see if I can get a coupon code. My phone has been silly here since this new update. You guys had any trouble with your telephone since the new update? So this is the heater. This is a 120,000 BTU heater. It is toasty. Am I right?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's just pouring heat out.
Yeah. It's just ripping it up. 20-gallon fuel tank, runs on multi-fuel. Again, it's a Sunfire heater. I don't have it in my Amazon store yet, but I'm going to put it in there so you guys can check it out. So that's what we're rocking with right now. This is Tool Tuesday for next week. So get ready. You'll get a lot more detail on that thing next week. Super simple. No fumes. Do you smell any fumes?
No, I don't smell anything at all.
No fumes. Completely safe indoors and outdoors. Job sites, everything. So I think it's super cool. Until we get the wood stoves in here, and then we'll stop burning fuel and start burning the world's most renewable resource, wood. Awesome. Awesome stuff. So no Apple products for me, TNX. I'm trying to get into the rental car here for some reason. I don't know why. I'm so used to driving it around now. Good evening from Montana. Somebody says, welcome, or good morning. So we're going to hop in and we're going to ride on over, check out the cows. Hey, honey, is this yours?
That'd be a negative.
What's that doing in here? Must have found it on the side of the road. Right? Oh, man. Yeah, I definitely found that on the side of the road. You see my new tailgate right there? Got us another tailgate for the tailgate wall.
Yep, I see.
Yep. SelecTrak electric tractor. Video's coming soon on that. It's going bye-bye. It is. And I'm not too pleased about it. So we'll have a good video on that pretty soon. Awesome stuff. If you missed the video on how I got a sham pulled over my eyes on that little blue Honda, watch that video. I think it was put out this weekend. Buyer beware. That's all I gotta say. So good deal. K9 Striker in the house. George is in the house. We're gonna see you in a little bit, George. So guys, we're riding by the hay storage right here in the yard. This will be the first hay that we go through on the Stony Ridge, and that's for the cows for this pasture right here in front of the house and for the pasture right behind the house. We're gonna zip on over here. The cows are right down here. They're ready to move. So we did a live stream yesterday on the Cows and Coffee live stream channel. If you guys aren't following that, please jump in and follow that. You'll get more live stream action here from the Stony Ridge. Will you hit that button right there to open the gate for us? Thank you. I only got two hands right now.
You're doing good multitasking.
Right now, I've only got two hands. So all the manure out here will get spread. The chickens and the egg mobile. Let's go ahead and let those guys. Oh, I didn't let them out, remember? I closed them up. Let's go check the chickens. Let's check the chickens first. So the chickens are in, I'm going to switch hands. I'm going to put you on the uphill side. There we go. So the chickens are in their egg mobile, which is right over here. I'm going to walk over there to it. We're moving this.
I got it.
Yeah, you got it? Thank you. We're moving this egg mobile maybe once every 2 weeks or so currently. You see right now hardly any manure pats out here. So there's a few scattered here out and about. And what we're doing, we don't really have to feed the chickens. The chickens gather up all the goodies from inside these hay bales and inside the manure pats, and there are pasture sanitizers, and the byproduct is eggs. So let's open up and see. The reason I put them up, and this cold weather has got them laying a little slow, let's open up and see if we got any eggs. This is a hen gear rollout nest box. Okay, got it. Nope, no eggs in there on this side. I think they've stopped laying, and what we're going to have to do here to get our chickens and to start laying again is we're going to put a little cayenne pepper up in that chicken water, and that'll help them. So let's check this one, see if we got any eggs. If we don't have any eggs, I'm just going to let the birds back out. Nothing? Yeah, no. They're just not laying. So we get the fun show. This is the fun show. Every time I open the the chicken coop right here, it's always fun. So let's do that. We'll turn the camera back around, and birdies. Here's my little super simple setup. This is a run chicken automatic light. Automatic door. It opens up at 11 a.m. every morning. If I want to keep it shut, I just put this nail in, and if I don't, I just stick it right there. So we'll open this up, and it'll close 10 minutes after sundown. The chickens go back to their roost automatically. So here they come. Come on, girls. Oh, this is the mean one. Wait till you see the mean one. Come on, girls. They're like, I don't trust this. There's somebody out here.
It's a trick.
There you go. So do chickens need heat in the wintertime? I think this answers your question, guys. It was 13 degrees here last night. These chickens don't need heat. They're wrapped in down, in case you didn't know. Okay? And this is Grumpalina. Grumpy girl. Where you at, Grumpy girl? Hey, Grumpy. Hey, Grumpy. Hey, Grumpy. Come here. Come here, Grumpy. Watch this chicken. Hey, what you doing? Get it. Here, Daniel. Oh, Miss Stony Ridge, want to play with him? Just spilled the beans on Miss Stony Ridge's name. Go, try him out.
I'm more gentle than Daddy.
Are you?
I don't know.
Look, that's the meanest chicken in the bunch. That's the one that will be eaten by a fox last. Look in here and see if we got any eggs in here. Did they lay?
They might be eating.
Gosh. So they're gathering food. They're doing their thing, man. Awesome. You scammed yourself. It happens. It happened. I didn't scam myself, dude. I've messed myself up by going all the way to Atlanta without a backup plan. And I just assumed that everyone would be upfront and honest when they sell a vehicle. Evidently not. So I didn't scam myself. I just didn't have a backup plan. And I'm not that kind of guy typically, but I trusted these people. They seemed super genuine. They walked me around the car. They just never told me they repainted it and didn't say anything about the hail damage. And when I saw it on the roof, what did they say? Oh, I didn't even know about that. Bull. Total bull. All right. So let's go over here and move the cows. And we'll get to, you want to hit the button?
I got it.
Thank you. We'll go ahead and tell you about what came of the code enforcement officer coming up here. So the code enforcement officer is a great dude. He's a good friend of mine. This is, again, in no way a slight on the hardworking people of my county, the hardworking people in the sheriff's office locally here. They've all been great. I got a lot of comments on the channel. If you guys haven't seen that video, code enforcement showed up out here and I was being investigated for potential code violations on my electrical in the shop, but I had permits. I'm doing everything the way I'm supposed to do it. So that being said, I'm just gonna walk up there. That being said, feelings, it was a waste of tax dollars, and it was just a simple misunderstanding. A few hours after the code enforcement officer left, everything was fine. He said, we looked everything up, everything's good to go, you had a permit, we just had to investigate. I hate that time had to be wasted, but it did, and that's just it. So Car looked good to me, but I'm up in the north. In the north, mother. I never liked those boxy cars anyway. You get one, you'll never buy a Honda Element. I don't want all you guys buying Honda Elements because I want them. You end up with one, you'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. Everybody that buys one keeps it forever. So, unless they're a college student, and then they beat it to death. So anyhow, what happened with the code enforcement was everything got dropped. Everything was okay. And, you know, the biggest, most disappointing part of this was that I was trying to do what was right and do my very best. And I got code enforcement called up. If you don't know the full story, you can go check out the video. It was last Wednesday's video just before Thanksgiving. That was the upsetting part. Now, I wonder why the wind must have got these, huh?
It was really windy yesterday.
Will you grab that one right there? Yeah, the wind must have got these. Slide it on there. Actually, let's take about 4 of these off and slide them on here so that they don't blow off next time. There we go. Always got to be thinking. So we're going to go over the fence and move the cows. Don't let me kick you. Got big feet. There are 500 of you in here and 44 of you have hit the like button. Come on, guys. Come on now. So no punishment then, question mark, because you made it out to be initially. It is punishment when a cop shows up to your house to investigate you. If you don't call that punishment, I don't know what to call that. I don't know. My time is valuable, more valuable than anything that I have except for Miss Stony Ridge, right?
Good answer.
My time is super valuable, okay? That is punishment. Taking and wasting my time is punishment. So I don't know what you guys think. Wasting my tax dollars is punishment. Wasting my time is punishment. Making me pay is punishment. So whether I paid out of pocket or whether I had to go fix something or whether I just had to deal with a frivolous investigation, I say frivolous meaning a waste of time investigation, it's still punishment. So she'll tell you, I was upset.
Yeah.
So anytime your blood pressure gets up, it's punishment, right?
Yeah, well, and I think the main thing too is that we've made it a point to try to do every single thing right and get a permit for every single thing.
Yep.
And then, well, one thing got missed or overlooked. And
nothing got missed. That's what the problem was. So we forgot the tripod. We went to the county to get the permits to put the septic tank in, showed them they had an error on their tax card and got punished for it.
Yeah.
They got investigated for it. Abe says, I'm surprised they haven't got you for catching rainwater for the chickens. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Don't give them any ideas.
Yeah, don't give them any ideas here. So I'm going to turn the camera around. You guys can see the cows real quick. I mean, I could make up some fake drama about this, but I'm not going to be that guy. Let's see if I can get the camera to go again. There we go. Good gracious. There we go. Punishment would be a fine or jail. You were exonerated. Guys, come on, man. Let's get off this, please. Punishment is wasting my time. And that's it. You don't have to be in jail to be punished. You don't have to be fined to be punished. Wasting my time is punishment. Right? Cows? So we can argue about this all day long. What's punishment? What is jail? Let's talk about that. What is jail? It's time out for grown-ups, huh? Isn't it? Time out for grown-ups. Horrible time out for grown-ups. He was doing his job, though. I get it. I get it. I get it. That's great. Hey, cows. So 213, how you doing? Oh, you recognized your name, huh? All right, honey, you're going to have to kiss a cow before we let them through.
Right.
This is Freedom. Hey, Freedom, how are you? Sometimes Freedom won't let me touch her. 202, he's a good boy. He's been letting me touch him and rub him a little bit. Ain't that right? Yeah, good boy. Boy, he's going to be the sweetest cow we got.
I know.
He's a steer, though. That's a bad thing. We got to get the gate open. Okay. Here we go. All right, you want to open the gate, Miss Stony Ridge?
I sure will.
You can be the cowgirl today.
All right, boys and girls.
Come on. Come on, girls.
Breakfast time. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, Donnie.
Don't ever think building and zoning has anything to do with common sense. Get your permits. Yeah, that's what I did. That's why I was there. So here comes Tammy. Come on, Tammy. Tammy's a little spooky today. Donnie, come on, boy. Donnie's the bull up here, and Donnie just has a mind of his own. He's just going to do whatever he wants to do.
Seems that way.
Yep. Want to just hook that on top of the post right there and leave it open?
Sure.
And we'll have to go put on top of the post. Well, that is a post.
You want it elsewhere?
No, that'll work. Here's what
Okay.
I was suggesting, but that works. That's even better. So what I always do is I hang it right there.
Okay.
But
Got it.
I didn't even see that post there, so that was even better. Good job.
It works.
Bam. Cool. Hey guys from Scotland. We've got
Hello.
Kevin from Scotland. So here's what happens when you got young bulls in your herd. So we're gonna have to push Donnie. If you'll go out that way to the right a little bit, we're gonna have to push Donnie and the two dummies here in the right direction. Hey bud, 309 is always a problem. Always a problem. Go ahead there, problem children. Problem children, go see your daddy. He's not your daddy, but he's your uncle. Here we go. Watch the bull.
I see him.
I would get over here as quickly as you can. Okay. Make sure you've got an out. You have no out in the middle of the field, remember, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Everybody says, you're boss that girl around. I don't want her to get hurt. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I definitely would rather you make sure that I'm aware of what's ever going on
Absolutely.
than get hurt. That's for sure.
So I'm on the farm 24/7. Miss Stony Ridge works a job in town, and therefore, sometimes I got to give her some quick advice to keep from getting hurt, right?
I'm okay with that.
All right, you want to walk over to the four-wheeler over there?
Sure.
It's over the hill. And we actually can close this gate back. You want to, since I'm going to film you doing everything, doing all the work today.
That sounds good.
Safety first, absolutely. So what with the coyote evidence? Everything cool with the cows, I suppose. So what with the coyote evidence? It may be something that's up. Sheila, that's probably an older video that has been re-edited. Hang on.
You want me to untangle that one?
Is it? No, as long as it's not touching.
No, it's not.
Okay, we're in good shape.
Okay.
We good? We good?
We're good?
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay, notice the difference in green versus brown. So cows had 2 bales of hay here. It's costing us about $100 a day to get the cows fed. The green grass is the most nutritious, and as you can see, the cows are up here eating this green grass first, and then they're going to the other grasses that are in the hay bale. We're going to cruise on over here. This is where the mobile chicken coop was. In the spring, this will be popping with grass. All that chicken manure really, really helps with the pastures. So the chickens are serving 3 purposes. They're pasture sanitizers. They're helping clean up the land. They're providing eggs for us. And they're fertilizing. So that's, how many purposes is that? 3?
4.
4?
Yeah.
I'm stopping and getting you, and you're backing out of this.
Oh, I was trying to get out of the way.
Keep the ladies safe is the best job you have, Andrew. Thank you, buddy.
I appreciate that. I don't want to end up in the OR in the emergency room.
She's talking about the coyote poop. Oh, no. There's coyotes all over the farm. There are always coyotes on the farm. There are predators out here, and that's just it. So It's not like anytime a coyote comes out into the pasture that I've got to be a man on a mission to get rid of it. Got to get rid of it. I don't. We have to figure out a way to live in harmony. Look at what we got going here. We got some friskiness going. This one, 13.5, was a little frisky. Tammy was a little frisky. Is chicken manure better than cow manure? Absolutely. Chicken manure is just loaded with nitrogen. In fact, pure chicken manure, uncomposted, can even burn up your pastures, burn up your grass. So let's go down here. Will you grab that tripod for me, and we'll set it up real quick right here? Thank you. Reason I'm asking her to do that, guys, is because I can't hold the camera, walk everywhere, talk, and go get everything and do everything. I can't do it all. So we're going to sit here and we're going to talk to you guys a little bit and answer all your questions because I can't see them while we're walking. When do you expect new calves? Says Pamela. I have 2 cows out here that I think are pregnant and should birth sometime in January. And then we'll start seeing calves being born March, April, May, June, July. So thank you, hon.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. Now we'll get all set up here where we can answer your questions. You guys can see the Moomoos in the background. And yeah, it'll be a good time. Let's see. There we go. Where are you at, Miss Stony Ridge? You're way down there.
I'm here with Tiffy Toes.
There we go. Now we can talk to you guys. Isn't it so much better with the tripod? So just so you guys know, when I'm live streaming, I'm on my phone and I have my arm way out like this the whole time. I gave her the camera not too long ago.
No.
And handed it to you, and she's like,
exhausting.
So it's a big time shoulder workout.
All the muscles in the shoulders.
That's it. Michael Blum says, did you get your septic permit? I paid for the perk test, and step over this way a little bit. There you go. Let's see if we can get both of us in the shot. There we go. So I paid for the perk test, and I have to wait for them to come out, test the soil, make sure it's good, that it perks, which means that it absorbs moisture appropriately. And then I get granted permission from the county to go ahead and construct. That cost me $200 for authorization to construct. So it cost me $200 to be told by someone that I can dig a hole in my own property. I'm really keen on that. Can you guys tell? I really think that that's definitely a worthwhile cause. So definitely. Step over here just a little. Okay. Nope, over there.
Okay.
There we go.
Just right.
All right, tiptoe. No, you don't need to duck. Gray beard November, says Dave.
No, shave November.
Tammy looked like she had a limp. I saw that too, Abe.
She's much better. About a month and a half ago, she had some issues with
her.
Oh,
that's totally healed up.
Yeah.
That's totally healed up. I noticed a little bit, but she was walking on gravel, so.
Nervous skipping across too. We're looking at her right now.
Right, yeah, I'm looking at her right leg. Of course, as soon as you look at them to see if they have a limp, they'll stop. Otherwise, they'll be running all over the pasture. That's just raising cows. That's just raising animals in general, right?
Yeah, never fails.
Mistakes happen, get over it. I'm over it, TJT. Thank you, appreciate that. Great. Thanks for the support, bud. So how do you spread the chicken manure is to liquid? We don't need to spray it. The chickens spray it out their butts, man. So we don't, if we bought chicken manure, like chicken litter from a chicken farm, then most certainly we would need to spread it, and we would compost it, and we would spread it lightly over the pastures with the manure spreader. Right. But these chickens move throughout the farm to different places. So what I'll do is in the summertime, I will target areas of poor nutrition on the pastures. And eventually, just like rolling out hay bales like we've done here on bad spots on the pasture, eventually the chicken manure will do the same thing. So the bad spots in the pasture will get manure over time, over years and years here, and they will be covered with chicken manure, and we'll get more luscious and deeper and better grass. So how long do donkeys live? 30, 35? Tammy, don't look at me. She's looking at me when I said that. You're going to live at least 15 more years. Look.
She's just staring us down.
You're going to live forever, Tammy. Don't worry. Horses can live 30, 35, 40 years, I'm told. Horses, donkeys, mules, jackasses. So I don't think we have to worry about Tammy for quite some time. Cows can live that long too. So, any chance of you posting a pic of what minerals you use in your program? I just did a video about that. It's a free choice mineral feeder. There's a video out there. I think the video title is "We're Giving Them a Choice." So, and then there's a Facebook video out there that's more recent. You can go to freechoiceminerals.com, I think is what it is. And I have the 20 or 21, I think it's 20 mineral feeder. So it's a feeder that has 20 different minerals in it. So could you answer the Philip the Wise question? I can't see it. Can you tell me, ask me what it is again, Yola? Hang on, let me see if I can scroll back through there. I can't see it, and I can't see all the questions. There's hundreds of comments going by. So, Philip the Wise, how many cows do you plan on butchering next year? So, there were 19 calves last year. I think we have 8 steers. That will be not next year, but the year after. So, I would say 3 or 4 cows to butcher, so or steers to butcher next year. We may end up downsizing the herd. You can tell there's a lot of animals out here. This is 49 or 50. I keep counting. I count them wrong every time. Sometimes I get 52. Sometimes I get 40. It's always more than 49 or 49 or more. How many cows can you run per acre? It just depends on your soil. Honestly. TJT, dude, I'm done. I'm done. You're out. I'm done, buddy. I can't take any more ridicule from you. So I'm sorry, but I'm done. You're out. Okay. I hate to do that on a live stream, but enough is enough. Okay. So you don't need to be picking an argument with me. So we have 50 cows out here. Cows per acre, generally around here, 1 to 1.5 acres per cow. Any plans of getting a scratching station for the cows? Lila, in the forest, we have many, many, many scratching stations. So the cows get moved through the woods. They have phone poles they can scratch on. They rub against the hay bales. They rub against the fences. We don't want to encourage them to scratch in certain places on the farm. Those scratching stations that you see online, that you see on other people's channels, are expensive. So yes, I have feelers out right now for an old used sweeper, street sweeper. I forget the fuzzy thing that they use for street sweeping. I do have feelers out for an old worn out one of those. And if we can get one, then we'll install that. So if a company reaches out to me and wants to put one out here on the farm, we can install that. But the problem is the cows move. So they're only here for a day, 2 days, 12 hours. So it wouldn't make any sense to spend $800 in 90 different paddocks for the cows to be able to scratch. So that's kind of it. The broom, there you go, Dave. That's what the word for it is. And how many weeks do you normally butcher your Freedom Rangers? Let me tell you, Jamrika is the name, and the wind is picking up now, so you guys know. But I don't like Freedom Rangers. I don't like them at all. The Cornish cross meat bird is pretty much the only meat bird that I have found that is efficient, effective, has the best quality, most tender meat, and basically efficiency is the deal. So when we give these animals feed, and for 100 chickens, it takes approximately 1 ton of food. That's 2,000 pounds of food from birth to processing when it comes to meat chickens. 2,000 pounds of food. If we do Freedom Rangers, the Freedom Rangers take longer to raise, they eat more food, and they produce less meat. That's a fail. That's a fail in my book. And people don't like these Cornish cross chickens because they grow so fast. They're like, they're on steroids. They're on chemicals. They're not. It's a selective breeding process that allows those birds to vigorously grow, and they grow the best, most tender, and best meat. I mean, that's it. So I don't like raising Freedom Rangers, to answer your question. They're just the best bang for the buck. So check marketplace, they sell for $250. Okay, there you go. Bam. But still $250 when I've got trees all over the farm. it doesn't seem to make much financial sense to me to have a scratching post for the cows when they have literally 8,000 trees to scratch on. It's just not in every pasture. So we might figure something out. It's cool to watch them scratch. I do know that, but they're not pets. They're not our dogs, So, hey, you with us?
Yeah, I sure
Sorry,
am.
I'm the only one talking.
You're doing good. I'm listening.
That's it. I have not seen the mineral feeder, says Edwin. Look back about 5 videos on Facebook. Just scroll back and you'll see the mineral feeder. It's also over on YouTube. So I tested positive for the cough vid morning, not again. No, no idea. Prismatic Farm in the house though. Kevin Corn, what is your favorite brush cutter for tidying grass? Like rotary cutter, like bush hog type thing. I love the batwing mower, and the VentTrak is an indispensable unit to have on the farm here. The VentTrak is fantastic. I just can't say enough about the VentTrak. In fact, I'm looking at getting a second VentTrak here on the farm. I don't know how all that's going to pan out, but I'm looking at getting a second VentTrak. That is one of the most handy pieces of equipment on the farm. Literally gets used probably about the same amount as the big tractor. But the big tractor, the TYMT 1104, only gets used maybe once or twice a month, something like that, 3 times a month in the summertime, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, just about.
The VentTrak gets used every single week. I maintain 5 miles of fence line with a VentTrak, and it is a breeze. It's not a breeze on my back, but it's a breeze. Joey says, I miss farming. Parents sold the family farm back in the 90s. Buy some more, brother. The best move I ever made was buying land for ourselves and not relying on family land. How many of you guys have had this same scenario? How many of you guys have lost loved ones and the family loses their mind in their behavior department about the belongings of those lovers? Like, I'll give you an example. My grandmother and grandfather had 700 acres up in Virginia, which is 10 minutes from us, basically. Takes us about 25 minutes to drive there. It's just too far away for me to drive and manage that land. It was a 350 acre farm for simplicity's sake on one spot and a 350 acre farm on the other spot. My dad told me the best move I ever made was to just go out and buy our own land, because he sometimes feels like it's family land. It's not his land. You know what I mean? So you're waiting for a dead man's shoes, and that's just no way to live. So go out and buy what you want. It's not unachievable, guys. I mean, this land we're standing on right here, and granted, we had to put a lot of money into the land. It only cost about $1,800 an acre. Southwest Virginia, North Central North Carolina, these are some of the most impoverished areas in our country with good, viable farmland. And this wasn't really good, viable farmland when we bought it. You couldn't see this. I mean, this was brushy and trees. There was a line of trees right down through here. It was just a forest, like a overgrown forest. It looked just like this. Hang on, I'll turn the camera around. It looked like, you see those trees back there? It's not my property, but that's what the field looked like that you're looking at right now. So, yeah. None of my family, as far back as I have ever known, ever owned land. That's what I get for being born near Boston, Massachusetts. You can buy land. You don't have to stay exactly where you were born. And none of the rest of my siblings, none of them own any land, and none of them are farming or doing anything like that. So none of your family is either. Her family lives in a housing development. Dad, grandparents, everywhere. So yeah. We did spend a wonderful Thanksgiving in Amish country up in Ohio, in Sugar Creek, Ohio area. Big shout out to the Millers that host us every time we go up there. Super awesome people. We trade canned goods. Huge shout out. We did a video in their farm stay up there, I guess about 2 or 3 years ago. If you want to go to Amish country, what's the name of it? Gerber Valley Farm. Gerber Valley Farm. Tell them Stony Ridge sent you. You can Google search it, Gerber Valley Farm. cool place to stay. If you want to stay in a place where we stayed in Amish country, and it's cheap and it's fun and the people are nice and it's on a chicken farm, which is cool. Tony Jones says, Josh, you've done a great job with the land. I'm ready to buy land and a farm. Learning a lot from you guys. Hold off on buying, brother. Interest rates are ridiculous right now. This cannot last, okay? This land price, these home prices, these interest rates, all this stuff, we, in my humble opinion, and I'm no expert, but I've heard that this cannot last. It just simply cannot last. We cannot underpay everybody in the country, overcharge everybody in the country for everything, get all of our goods from China, and sell houses to nurses who make $70,000, $60,000 a year that cost $450,000. They just can't. When we moved from town, I paid $80,000 for my house. And when we sold it for $140,000. I remodeled the house from top to bottom on my own, repainted it. Only thing I hired out was the flooring. I redid the kitchen. I did everything. And we made some money on it. Now that very same house is $140,000. It's worth $280,000. It's a 2-bedroom, 1,400 square foot house. We cannot live in this bubble. It is 2 seconds away from a pop and an economy, in my opinion, that just can't last like this. So that's just my humble opinion. I'm not an economist or anything like that, but I do study the markets and I do watch these things, and I do see that we're absolutely ridiculously overpriced in our real estate market right now, and realtors are suffering from the interest rate hike that's going on. I don't know. I think we're in due for a reset here. So, any hunting trespassers? None this year. None at all. You know how I kept hunting trespassers out? I had 2 buddies come up here and hunt and police the place. Those buddies help me on the farm when I need farm help, and you'll see them. One guy's name is Tim, and you've already seen George. They're going to come and help me, and they're going to help me out on the farm, and they police the farm. And if there's any sign or symptom of a trespasser, they're on it big time. So, yep. Well, any word on selling date of that meat? Michael Blunt, appreciate you asking that, brother. I have ordered a pallet of boxes and shipping containers to come here. Miss Stony Ridge has sourced the dry ice. We're trying to do this in the most economical fashion. It's cold outside. We have just enough beef to probably serve about 50 or 60 customers currently, one time, and then we'll have to wait on until we process the next animal. So if you guys want to buy Stony Ridge beef, you can go and Michael, you can post this link if you want to, or Chris, Plague of Badgers. Go to patreon.com/Stony Ridge Farmer if you want to buy some farm fresh beef. You got to be a member of the co-op or a member of the channel or a member of the Facebook channel. So everybody that's a member will get notified first. Patreon will be first. That's Cindy, by the way. She wants to be on the TV. She will not bother you. So anyhow, that's how we're doing it. It's kind of a membership program, so you can be part of this. And it costs as little as $5 or as much as you want to give. You want to buy a hay bale, it's $47. That's it. It's a monthly deal. If you want to just be in on it, it's $5. That's all it is. So good to see these people husbanding beef. I'm a new convert to eating, evidently, meat and eggs. Realize we were duped regarding carbohydrates? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Look at the food guide pyramid. Yeah, well, the government made it up, so right? What do you know? They didn't get it right. I don't know. That's just my opinion. That is not my professional opinion, as I'm not a professional. Thank you. Plague of Badgers posted that link right there. Patreon.com/Stony Ridge Farmer if you want to check out some beef. Wow, you can ship over state lines. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Can't ship overseas, though. Homesteaders travel option. Offer. Pick up directly from the butcher. Little vacation for people traveling. Yeah, if we do that, we do offer beef for sale locally. So if you are a local person, you're welcome to email me, stonyridgefarmer.com. Just go in there and click contact us. You can email me that way, and we'll talk to you. We've got somewhat of a different price structure with shipping, without shipping. So if you are local, and we are near Greensboro, North Carolina. So when are you going? on your next travels to a factory, says Kevin. No idea. No clue whatsoever currently. I would love to go to the Sunfire factory. I mean, we just showed you that heater, but I'm not sure. Tired of eating chicken, says Dave. Get some beef, bro. Get some beef. But just hang tight. Hang tight, okay? Grew up on a 20,000 acre farm. That's a handful. As a 72-year woman, it's a lifesaver being a carnivore. You know, a lot of people have told me that they've gone on a carnivore diet. We kind of did carnivore for a while.
Yeah.
We tried to do a little vegan for a while.
We tried that. It didn't
Sorry,
go well for
sorry.
us.
All I could just was drooling for a cheeseburger. That's all I wanted. So going full carnivore, you definitely want to check with your doctor on that. As a registered nurse, I can't advise you to go full carnivore. We do a balance, so we do meat and veggies, and that's it. And we try to stay low carb, not root vegetables if we possibly can. But we spoil ourselves once or twice. I mean, I took you out to, or you took me out to lunch yesterday.
Yeah.
We had a power outage here yesterday. We have incisors for a reason. Exactly. It's not, well, it's actually canines, right? Yep, canines, I guess. I saved a vegan's life the other day. I ate a hamburger. There you go, Dave. What is your profit for one cow, and how tall is Miss Stony Ridge? She's 3'7".
No, I'm not that short.
She's a regular people height. She's what, 5'2", 5'3"?
5'3", yeah.
Yeah, 5'3".
He's 6'5".
I'm 6'5". So yeah. Let's talk about cow. Let's do a little cowology finance talk here. So you buy a cow. You buy your first cow. Your first cow cost about $1,200 to $1,500. Each one of these cows, mama cows, cost $1,200, right? So the first year you have a calf that pays for half the cow. So the calf typically will sell for $500 to $600. The second year you have a calf that pays for the entire cow. So after 2 years, and you can't do this with money, after 2 years, the ultimate cow pyramid scheme is that after 2 years, you've paid for your first cow, and each calf after that becomes profit. Now, we are not selling our cows at the market. We're not taking them to market. That's my best idea yet. Directly marketing each cow by butchering it, going the extra mile, butchering it, and having the beef is the way to earn a profit on a small farm. I can't survive on what I earn off of 50 cows. And even if those cows produce babies, so some of the babies produce babies. So that's why I say pyramid scheme, because it just gets bigger and better and better and better and better. And it's all profit after a while. So you've got a roaming savings account right here that doubles itself every 2 years. A roaming savings account that doubles itself every 2 years. How much is it for a whole cow? We're not selling whole cows, we're selling it by the pound. Can you come over here?
Yes.
There you go, you're in there. You're trailing off. It's because I'm babbling. I blame myself. Become a USA is loaded with regulations, okay. So Lynn, you can check locally about buying a whole cow. I bet you're difficult to live with. Stray baby. Stray babies, I hear, are difficult to live with too.
That's probably true.
Am I difficult to live with?
No, I don't think so.
That sounded like bull crap, didn't it? You guys laughing? Is that a bull?
No.
I would say that I'm high energy.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that I want to do things right the first time.
I agree.
And when I don't do things right the first time, I'm very hard on myself.
That's true.
I wouldn't say that I'm a perfectionist, but I would say I want to do it rightest.
Yes, I would say so.
That's what I am. So it makes perfect sense. Make more money that way. Yeah, moving on up. Exactly, Dave. Now we're not going to get the whole thought process here of buying the farm and building the farm this is a retirement account. That's a roaming retirement account out here, guys. So in years past, I'm 46 years old. I hopefully will retire by the time I'm 66 or 76, something like that. But we'll continue to generate income off of the farm well into as long as we live and as long as we have cows. So that's it. It's just part of diversifying retirement income and diversifying income totally. And social media, what you guys are watching here, also diversifies the income on the farm. So it's not, we're not growing potatoes.
Just 1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay. That's what it was. She had to pee. Hold on. Where are you going?
No.
Where are you going? That's what it was. That's why she was trailing off. Let her read a couple questions. I will. As soon as she comes back. Hey, hon.
Yeah.
You going to go over the fence to pee? She looks like she's nauseated. Uh-oh. Morning sickness just kicked in. She is nauseated. Guys, I'm going to have to go. Miss Stony Ridge is getting sick. She just threw up. We'll have to check back with you here in just a little bit. I got to go check on her. We'll let you guys watch the cows for a minute. I'm going to turn the mic off. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, just let me know if you can hear me and I'll tell you what's going on. Tyler says, yeah. So Miss Stony Ridge started, I don't know if you guys saw, you're going to have to go back and watch that, but she started, I don't know if you guys saw, but she was kind of drifting off the camera a little bit right there. And she said she started feeling dizzy and sweaty and then just threw up. So we are going to have to go at this point. Just want to let you guys know she's okay. She's over on the 4-wheeler. I think I'm probably going to bring the side-by-side up here and pick her up. She might just need to lay down on the couch. Could be a stomach bug. I don't know. We'll keep you guys updated, but she's over there kind of getting sick, and I've never seen her get sick like that. I mean, it was just like that. Maybe food poisoning. I don't know. So hang tight, guys. We're having fun live stream there, but I got to go take care of Mama Bear. Thanks. We'll see you guys next time on the Stony Ridge. Hit that like button on the way out the door. Take care.